Mia Carter had one rule when it came to texting after midnight. Never text when emotional. Unfortunately, that was exactly what she did. It had been a terrible day. Her boyfriend of 3 years, Ethan, had broken up with her through a short message. "I think we should see other people." No explanation. No phone call. Nothing. Mia had spent the entire evening crying in her tiny apartment in Seoul, staring at old photographs and wondering how someone could disappear from her life so easily. At 1:13 a.m., she opened her phone. She found the contact she thought was Ethan. Without thinking, she typed, "I miss you. I wish you were here." She pressed send. Then she froze. Something about the conversation looked wrong. She looked at the contact name. Her heart stopped. She hadn't texted Ethan. She had texted Kang Junho, a man she had met exactly twice. A quiet Korean businessman who had recently become one of the most feared names in Seoul's underground world. Mia's face went pale. Oh no. Then 3 dots appeared. He was typing. His reply arrived. "I know." Mia stared at the screen. Then another message appeared. "Come downstairs." Her heart began pounding. Mia had met Junho 2 weeks earlier. She worked as a translator for a luxury hotel. Junho had been staying there for several nights. He was always surrounded by men in dark suits. He rarely smiled. He spoke quietly. And somehow, whenever he entered a room, conversation stopped. Mia had accidentally spilled coffee near him one morning. She had apologized repeatedly. Instead of becoming angry, he had simply handed her a napkin. "You're nervous," he'd said. "A little." "Don't be." That was all. But she'd remembered him. Everyone at the hotel had warned her. Don't get involved with Kang Junho. They said he owned legitimate businesses. They also said he controlled businesses nobody talked about. Mia never asked questions. She wanted nothing to do with dangerous people. And now she had accidentally texted one of them. "I miss you." She considered pretending she had sent it to someone else. Then her phone vibrated. "Junho, I'm waiting." Mia swallowed. She looked toward the window. A black sedan was parked outside. She knew she shouldn't go. But something inside her told her that ignoring him would be worse. She put on her coat and walked downstairs. Junho was standing beside the car. He wore a black coat over a dark suit. His hands were in his pockets. He looked at Mia. "You came." She immediately began talking. "I am so sorry." He raised an eyebrow. "I didn't mean to send that message to you." "I know. I thought I was texting Ethan." "I know. I'm really embarrassed." "I know." Mia stared at him. "Do you know anything besides those 2 words?" A tiny smile appeared on his face. "Apparently, you do miss someone." Mia covered her face. "Please forget everything." "I don't think I can." "Why?" "Because it's the first honest message anyone has sent me in a long time." She lowered her hands. Junho opened the car door. "Get in." "Where?" "Somewhere you can explain why you miss someone who doesn't deserve you." Mia blinked. "How do you know Ethan doesn't deserve me?" Junho looked at her. "Because you were crying when you sent the message." Her expression changed. "You knew?" "I pay attention." Mia reluctantly got into the car. Junho sat beside her. The city passed outside the windows. Seoul was beautiful at night. Bright signs. Quiet streets. Rain shining on the pavement. Mia finally asked. "Where are we going?" "Dinner." "Dinner? You haven't eaten." "How do you know?" "You're holding your stomach." She looked down. She was. Junho noticed everything. They stopped at a small restaurant hidden between two buildings. Mia expected something luxurious. Instead, it was a quiet Korean restaurant with only a few tables. Junho ordered several dishes. Mia stared at the food. This is a lot. You need to eat. You're always this commanding? Yes. She smiled. That's probably why people are scared of you. He looked at her. Are you scared? Mia thought about it. Yes. He nodded. Good. She frowned. Why good? Because fear keeps people careful. Then his expression softened. But I don't want you to be afraid of me. That confused her more than anything. Over dinner, Mia finally told him everything. Ethan had cheated on her. She had discovered it that morning. When she confronted him, he blamed her. He told her she worked too much. That she wasn't exciting anymore. That he had fallen out of love. Junho listened without interrupting. When she finished, he asked. Do you still love him? Mia looked down. I don't know. You said you missed him. I was hurt. That's not the same thing. She looked at him. What is love to you? Junho became quiet. My mother once told me that love is the one thing powerful people cannot buy. Mia smiled. That sounds wise. She died before I understood what she meant. Her smile disappeared. I'm sorry. He nodded. I don't talk about her. Why did you tell me? Because you asked. Mia suddenly realized something. The feared Mafia boss wasn't cold. He was guarded. There was a difference. The next morning, Mia woke up to a message. Junho, did you sleep? She smiled. Then she remembered who had texted her. She immediately typed. Yes. Thank you for last night. She hesitated. Then added. And I'm sorry again. His reply came quickly. Stop apologizing. Mia laughed. She had no idea why. They began texting regularly. At first, the conversations were simple. Did you eat? How was work? It's raining. Take an umbrella. Then they became more personal. Mia told him about her dreams. She wanted to open a small translation company someday. Junho told her he wanted to leave Seoul for a quiet coastal town. You? Mia asked. Living somewhere nobody knows my name. That sounds impossible. Maybe. She smiled. Would you really give up everything? For the right reason. What reason? He didn't answer. Instead, he sent. Good night, Mia. She stared at the message longer than she should have. A few weeks later, Mia was working at the hotel when a beautiful woman arrived. She wore an expensive white coat and walked confidently through the lobby. Everyone immediately recognized her. Yuna Park. She was the daughter of a powerful Korean businessman. And, according to the rumors, she had been promised to Junho. Mia tried not to care. But when Yuna asked to see him, Mia felt something unpleasant in her chest. Junho appeared. Yuna smiled. You haven't returned my calls. I've been busy. With her? Her eyes moved toward Mia. Mia immediately looked away. Yuna smiled coldly. You're the translator. Yes. I've heard about you. Mia felt uncomfortable. Junho stepped between them. Don't speak to her like that. Yuna's expression changed. Why are you defending her? Junho didn't answer. But his silence said enough. Yuna left angrily. Mia looked at him. Are you engaged? No. Were you supposed to be? Yes. She swallowed. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't think it mattered. It matters to me. Junho found Mia outside the hotel. You're angry. I have a right to be. I didn't want to lie to you. You didn't tell me the truth. He nodded. You're right. Mia crossed her arms. So what am I to you? He stared at her. For several seconds, he said nothing. Then, the woman whose message I waited for every night. Mia's heart skipped. You don't even know me. I know enough. You barely smile. I smile around you. You're dangerous. Yes. You have enemies. Yes. Your life is complicated. Yes. And somehow you're standing here telling me you like me? I love you. Mia froze. Junho looked almost uncomfortable saying it. But he didn't take it back. I didn't plan it. He stepped closer. I didn't want it. His eyes met hers. But I love you. Mia didn't answer immediately. She needed time. Junho gave it to her. But that same night, his world changed. One of his men arrived with disturbing news. A rival organization had discovered Mia. They knew about their relationship. And they intended to use her against him. Junho's expression hardened. Move her. Where? Somewhere safe. Boss, she'll ask questions. I'll answer them. The next morning, Mia received a message. Don't go to work today. She called him. What happened? Nothing you need to worry about. That's not true. Silence. Junho? Someone knows about you. Her heart sank. Who? My enemies. She sat down. What are you going to do? Protect you. From what? From my life. Mia's voice became quiet. Maybe I should leave. He closed his eyes. That is exactly what I was afraid you'd say. Mia met him that evening. She was angry. You should have told me how dangerous this was. I wanted to. When? When I knew how to keep you safe. She shook her head. You don't get to make every decision for me. He looked at her. You're right. I have a choice. Yes. Then I'm choosing to know the truth. Junho took a breath. He told her everything. His family's history. His father's criminal empire. The people who wanted him dead. The businesses he had inherited. The enemies he had made. And his plan to leave that life. I'd been trying to turn everything legitimate. Mia looked at him. Why? My mother wanted me to. Before she died? Yes. He looked down. She told me never to become the man my father was. Mia reached for his hand. Then don't. The attack happened 3 days later. Mia was leaving work when a van stopped near the entrance. 2 men approached. Before they could reach her, security appeared. Mia ran. Her heart pounded. She called Junho. He answered immediately. Mia? Someone tried to take me. His voice went cold. Where are you? She told him. I'll be there. He arrived within minutes. When he saw her, he pulled her into his arms. She could feel his heart racing. You're safe. I was terrified. I know. He held her tighter. I should have kept you closer. No. She looked up at him. You shouldn't have to lock me away. He nodded. You're right. He touched her cheek. But I can't lose you. Mia whispered. Then don't. Junho decided it was time to end the conflict. He gathered the leaders of his organization. I am leaving this life. Several men stared at him. One asked. What about the territory? Sell it. And the rival groups? Let them have it. But they'll attack. Junho's expression remained calm. Then we'll defend ourselves once. He paused. After that, We're done. His men were shocked. The man who had built his reputation on fear was choosing peace. Not because he had become weak. Because he finally had something worth protecting. Mia. And the future they wanted. Yuna's father refused to accept Junho's decision. He wanted Junho to marry his daughter and merge their organizations. Instead, Junho publicly rejected the arrangement. Yuna confronted him. You're throwing away everything for her? No. For love? For a life. Yuna stared at him. You'll regret this. Maybe. She looked toward Mia. She'll never understand your world. Junho replied. She doesn't need to. He paused. I need to understand hers. Yuna walked away. For the first time, Junho wasn't choosing power. He was choosing freedom. Months later, Junho bought a small house near the sea. Mia couldn't believe it. You actually did it. What? You left. He smiled. Not completely. She looked at him. What remains? Some responsibilities. Danger? Less every day. She walked toward the ocean. The wind moved through her hair. Junho stood beside her. This is what you wanted? Yes. And me? He looked at her. You were never part of the plan. She laughed. That's romantic. You were the accident. The accidental text? The best mistake of my life. She smiled. I never expected you to reply. I almost didn't. Why did you? He looked at her. Because I missed you too. Mia started her translation company. Junho helped her find clients but never interfered with her decisions. She became successful. For the first time, she was building something that belonged entirely to her. One evening, she returned home exhausted. Junho was cooking. She stared. Are you cooking? Yes. Should I call an ambulance? He laughed. She hugged him from behind. You're different. So are you. How? You don't apologize for taking up space anymore. She smiled. He was right. She had become more confident. More independent. More certain of herself. She no longer felt like the woman who had accidentally sent a desperate message. She was Mia. And she had built a new life. One rainy evening, Junho asked Mia to meet him outside. She walked onto the porch. He stood beneath an umbrella. What happened? I need to ask you something. She smiled. You're making me nervous. Good. He reached into his coat. Mia's eyes widened. Junho. I used to think love was weakness. He opened a small box. Then you sent me 3 words. Mia laughed. I sent 4. He smiled. I remember. She looked at the ring. I miss you. Yes. That's what changed everything? For me. He took her hand. I don't want another life. He paused. I want this one. Then he asked. Will you marry me? Mia cried. Yes. Their wedding was small. No criminal associates. No powerful families. No intimidating security teams. Just people they trusted. Mia wore a simple elegant dress. Junho wore a dark suit. When she reached him, he whispered. You came. She smiled. You invited me. I wasn't sure you'd say yes. I wasn't sure either. He laughed softly. During their vows, Junho said. You entered my life by accident. Mia smiled. You answered by choice. Everyone laughed. Then he became serious. You taught me that a person can change without forgetting where they came from. Mia's eyes filled with tears. And you taught me that sometimes the wrong message can lead to the right life. 5 years passed. Their life became peaceful. They traveled. They opened businesses. They visited Korea often. Junho still received occasional calls from people connected to his past. But he rarely answered. One night, Mia found him staring at his old phone. "What are you thinking about?" He smiled. "The message." She laughed. "You still think about that?" "Every day." "You were terrifying back then." "I was terrifying?" "Yes." "You still married me." "Temporary insanity." He laughed. Then he pulled her closer. "You changed my life." Mia shook her head. "No." She smiled. "You changed your own life." One evening, Mia's phone buzzed. She looked at the screen. A message from Junho. "I miss you." She looked across the room. He was sitting only a few feet away. She laughed. "You're ridiculous." Reply. She typed. "I'm right here." His phone buzzed. He looked at it. Then smiled. "Good." Mia walked over. "Why do you like that message so much?" "Because the first time you told me you missed me, you were crying." He touched her cheek. "Now you're smiling." She rested her head against his shoulder. "And you're still replying." "Always." Mia often wondered what would have happened if she hadn't made that mistake. If she had checked the contact name. If she hadn't been emotional. If she hadn't typed those 4 words. "I miss you." Maybe she would have spent years believing Ethan was the love of her life. Maybe she would never have met the man who changed everything. Maybe Junho would have remained a distant, feared figure in Seoul. Maybe they would have simply passed each other in a hotel hallway. But life sometimes creates doors where we least expect them. A wrong message. A wrong number. A single unexpected reply. And suddenly, everything changes. Years later, Mia sat beside Junho on their porch overlooking the ocean. He held her hand. "You know," she said, "I still can't believe I texted you by accident." He smiled. "I can't believe I answered." "Why did you?" He looked at her. "Because I had spent my whole life surrounded by people who wanted something from me." He squeezed her hand. "Then one night, someone accidentally told me she missed me." Mia smiled. "And you believed me?" "I did." "Even though it was meant for someone else?" "Yes." "Why?" Junho leaned closer. "Because sometimes the heart sends the message before the mind knows what it's trying to say." Mia laughed softly. "You're getting sentimental." "Only for you." She rested her head against him. The feared Korean Mafia boss was gone. In his place was a man who cooked breakfast badly, complained about rainy weather, spoiled his wife, and still kept the first message she had ever sent him. 4 simple words. "I miss you." A message that was never supposed to reach him. A message that should have been deleted. A message that accidentally became the beginning of the greatest chapter of her life. And whenever Mia asked Junho what he thought about that night, his answer never changed. "It was the best mistake you ever made."